So this video should have gone up several months ago, but that's laziness for you. So several months ago I tried the 7-day vegan challenge, and I did vlog a little bit while I was doing it, but I did it on a bunch of different phones and cameras and devices, so I'm sure that footage is all scattered about everywhere. I will try to scrape as much of that together as I can and play it right here for you. It's not exactly going to be the most high quality vlogging, and after that I will come back and talk a little more about my experience and what I learned. Hi. So I decided that I was going to do the 7-day vegan challenge this week. Right now it's Sunday at somewhere past noon. I'm going to make my 7-day vegan challenge go from Monday to the end of next Sunday. So starting at midnight tonight, I can't have whatever vegans can't have. I'm about to go do a little more research on veganism and what they can and can't eat. And then me and my parents are going to go to the grocery store and get some vegan foods. Next morning, today's my first day being vegan. I got a bunch of the foods that we got yesterday that don't require cooking so that David can try them with me. And then I got the vegan sausage links cooking for my breakfast.
And I have to try those as well.
This is the seaweed snack chips. Ooh. They don't look good.
Look how it can stand up like that.
That's cool. Walnuts, vegan cheese, the V8, that smoothie stuff, and the almond milk. Okay, well, I'm gonna get my water bottle ready because I'm not sure I will like this. This is not good.
It's clear. Here, go. Fascinating.
Yeah, it tastes like some sort of weird beef jerky, and it is really salty. Blech.
Can't say I love it. Oh, it's stuck in my throat. I can't swallow it.
Vegan cheese. I wish I hadn't smelled it because it didn't smell wonderful.
It just smells like a different... It smells like cheese.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Go. I don't like it.
Can't say I love it either. Remember that. What? Oh.
So these are the veggie burgers. They're still a little hot, so I'm not going to eat it yet, but I'm going to fix up my plate. By the way, this bread has honey in it. I'm just going to not count honey because I don't think we have any other bread that's not honey. So we're just going to eat the honey bread, okay? Don't smell my bread.
I'm smelling your bread! I'll give it second place, Daniel.
It tastes like fish fingers. It's good.
Really? Maybe it is fish! It's a vegetarian for life.
I'm pretty sure it's not. Okay, so it's day 2 of the vegan thing. I've tried these veggie burgers made out of buffalo chickpeas, I guess. They're pretty good. They're really good. I've eaten all of them. These are pretty good too. Right now I'm cooking this vegan ramen. I'm trying to do what the thing says. It didn't say to drain the water at the end, but I'm assuming you're supposed to do that, unless like all the noodles get the water. But I guess like on the picture there's some water in there on that picture, so maybe you're not supposed to drain the water. I don't know. I hope that that was somewhat decent, but now is time for the little discussion part. First off, I would like to say that I am very aware that I did this whole thing really wrong. What I probably should have done for this challenge is in the week before, research vegan recipes and actual meals I could make for myself during this period of time, but instead what I did is I went to the grocery store the day before and just got all the microwavable foods that were vegan. I'm still glad that I kind of did it that way because I got to try these vegan meats and cheeses, but I don't think I really gave veganism much of a chance, which I'm not sure if I'm that upset about that because I went into this challenge knowing that I'm definitely not going to come out of it as a vegan. I was really just trying it for the sake of trying it and being able to say that I've done it. I thought it would be an interesting experience, but I'm not going to give up meat or cheese. I like those was too much. So I probably won't ever do this challenge again, but if I do, I will make a little more effort into it. Right now, I'm going to talk about what I learned in this round of it, starting by sharing all the vegan foods that I tried, as well as my opinions of them. First off, I tried vegan sausage. It was decent. It tasted kind of like sausage with vegetables in it. I still prefer regular sausage though. I tried 2 different types of veggie burgers. One of them I didn't care for that much, but another one of them tasted exactly like fish sticks, and I ate a lot of those in that week. I also tried almond milk for the first time, which I really didn't like. I also tried vegan cheese, which I also thought was really gross. And then I tried this vegan chicken ramen thing. I've never tried ramen itself before, so this was like a double thing. It basically just tasted like chicken soup. Some foods that I bought that I regret not trying is the tofu. I really wanted to take this opportunity to try tofu, even though I don't really have high expectations for it. But I mean, I really think that I should have tried it. I will probably try it at some point later. I also didn't try vegan bacon, which I don't regret as much because the picture on the thing of the vegan bacon that I got didn't look that appetizing. Now I want to talk about some things that I learned. First thing I learned is that vegan food is harder to find in the grocery store. I wasn't expecting it to be easy, and it wasn't extremely hard, but we did have to ask for help in finding the vegan food. The second thing I learned is that out of all the things that I tried, I'm guessing that vegan meat is pretty decent, while vegan dairy products definitely aren't. As I just mentioned, the almond milk and the cheese were really gross, but the meat was decent and sometimes pretty good. The third thing I learned is there are different types of veggie burgers. Obviously, I knew there were going to be like different brands, but I thought they were all going to be like replicas of a typical beef burger. But the ones that I tried that I mentioned before that tasted like fish sticks, that was a new thing for me to learn, that there were other types of veggie burgers. The fourth thing I learned, I didn't so much learn it as I became aware, is that butter is not vegan. That's a pretty stupid thing to include on this list. I was aware that butter is dairy and that vegans don't eat dairy, but I didn't really put those 2 facts together in my brain yet. It's probably really not that noteworthy of an experience, but it felt very learny when I realized it. The fifth thing I learned, which may not be completely true, is that eating vegan doesn't automatically mean eating healthy. Again, I could be completely wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure these are vegan, and I ate a lot of these during that period of time, so I guess I've pretty much failed if that isn't vegan. But I looked at the ingredients and I'm pretty sure there was no animal products in it, and obviously this isn't like healthy. Actually, I pretty much lived off of the fish stick veggie burger and the chips most of this time. So yeah, as I said earlier, I didn't exactly do the vegan challenge in the best way. Really, I should have just not given up meat and cheese and just had a video of me trying different vegan foods instead, because that's pretty much what I did. I did go without meat or cheese mostly. There was like a bite of accidental chicken somewhere in the middle, but we're not going to talk about that. There's one more thing I want to talk about that you can listen to, keeping in mind all I just said about how badly I did this thing, is that I have a theory that eating vegan makes people depressed. I'm a pretty positive, happy person, but nearing the end of the week, I was feeling really kind of depressed. And that doesn't automatically mean that veganism makes people depressed. It could have just been because I couldn't eat the foods I was craving, or there's something in real meat and cheese that isn't in fake meat and cheese that I wasn't getting, or maybe there was something in the fake meat and cheese that I was getting that I probably shouldn't have been getting. And I wouldn't really consider this theory very worth talking about if it was just me, because as I've said a million times now, I didn't do this really correctly. But I feel like there's a pattern with a lot of YouTubers I watch who say they're vegan and also talk about having to go to therapy. So that's something to think about. That may or may not be true. I just felt like that was something that was necessary to talk about. I'm not saying veganism is like terrible and will make you die, but it is a theory theory that I have that something that you're getting in veganism or isn't in veganism makes people depressed. A couple more disclaimers here at the end about my process of actually doing the challenge. I technically ended it early, several hours before midnight on the last day. I gave up on it and just ate all the things that I wanted to eat. Mostly because of that depressed thing, and I felt like it was the vegan thing that was making me that, and I didn't want to put up with that anymore, so I just went ahead and ate everything I wanted to eat. But you have to consider the fact how many hours I went without eating the day I started, which probably makes up for it, I'm guessing. So I'm gonna say that my vegan challenge started right after I finished eating meat. I would also like to say that we had leftover barbecue in the fridge all week that week. So it was still a challenge. And even though I don't feel like I did it correctly, I'm still gonna cross it off my list because I didn't go a week with a restrained diet for no reason. That's all I'm going to talk about today. Be sure to leave your opinions of the vegan lifestyle down in the comments. Tell me if you've tried the 7-day vegan challenge before. And if you are a vegan, definitely give us some tips of how to better do the 7-day vegan challenge if we ever happen to do it again. I'm not making any promises. Be sure to like this video and subscribe if you want to see more videos. That's all I'm talking about today. Bye.